as I sit within the energy of the Feargiveness frequency, and it's this flowering infinity loops now, going horizontally and vertically, I brought in the message form today about the collective call to action, about the conduit, the transducer, and the transductor. And I just wanted to sit within the frequency, bring it into the center, and just see which way it goes. And this energy is flowing kind of based on which one you are tapped into. This is the best way I can explain it. When you're a conduit of energy, you are opening yourself in full surrender to receive the frequency of God, the life force energy. If you're a Reiki master, you're a conduit. The energy flows to you and through you. You are a pathway. You are the channel for which it flows into whatever it is you're working on or healing, the person in front of you, the plants, all of the person, place, or things. You are, in a sense, you are the conduit. You are this carrier of this energy. You keep the energy so pure as it's received, and you push that and you receive that through you, and it flows to where you've directed it to go. Whether that is energetically, if you think about other conduits, like how water flows, as electricity flows, it is given a function of flow, and it flows it in purity to where it needs to reach, from the well to the sink, from the electricity to the outlet. That is what a conduit is. You maintain the integrity of the energy or material or whatever it is that's flowing, and allow it to be to flow through you, to be received to where it's going. A transducer is where the energy flows into you and you convert it, you transform it from the energy you received into another type of energy. You are activating, the energy flows through you and it activates you to transmute, alchemize, harmonize, and transcend it. You physically alchemize and change the energy you receive, and you flow it out into whatever it is you are, your highest vibration and frequency. So when you are in your celestial pillar, the information comes through and you transmute it, alchemize, harmonize, and transcend it, and then it leaves as something different. You bring it into the God frequency and you transmute it, and it leaves at the highest vibration and frequency of the God frequency. When you speak your energetic, your frequency through sound, through your voice, through singing, through humming, when you bring energy in and you transduce it, you are changing that energy as it's flowing out of you. So just like a microphone amplifies, it expands, it converts sound waves that you're singing or saying, and it brings them into frequencies, vibrations, and like this currents. The same thing goes when you're speaking. You are converting what you're receiving from the Akashic records, from your intuitive channel, from your powwow with the Divine Father, Mother, God, and you're bringing it into human words that have a sound and a frequency and a vibration and the waves and ripples to them. This allows you to take the energy that you receive, the messages you receive, and convert them, transmute, alchemize, and transcend them into, whether it's you're putting into words or sound or art, or just the frequency, the presence of you illuminating and this, you're echoing this energy. Whew. So when you're a conduit, you're a vessel, you're a channel. You are that divine energy flowing through you. You're the healing frequencies, your intuitive messages that are passing through you unchanged from the purity that they are received from. Like a Reiki, when you do Reiki, when you are when you're doing the Akashic record reading, more of your intuitive readings, your mediumship is coming from there. When you step further higher into the Akashic records, you're actually moving into the transducer role. When you step into a transducing role as a transducer, you are a device. Ooh, that's beautiful. That receives this higher energy and information that's coming through, and you translate it or you transmute it into a form of energy, words, or sound that can be received by the collective. So, Akashic record readers, when you're pulling that energy down, when you are receiving divine messages, when you're channeling or broadcasting, when you are interpreting any divine frequency that you're receiving, and let's say you put it into poetry or you into music or into dance or into art, you are embodying that, and it's being transduced and transmuted from you in your highest frequency and vibration. You are alchemizing it. You're the alchemical. You're the bridge between the frequency that came in, what was transmuted, and what it was, the output, the input and output. You stand in this beautiful surrender to be that. And this is a choice that you are making, asking to receive it and knowing that you will take on that role to transmute it of whatever you're receiving, so that you can bring it into a form that others can understand. And this is such a beautiful role. And then there's this expansion of that, which is the transductor. So when you're a transductor, when you are, it's kind of a combination of the two and an expansion of them. The transductor is that you are the transductor. It is so expansive to sit in this energy, because it's like a bird's eye view of all of the conduits and transducers. To a transductor is overseeing it all. To be a transductor, you are leading across space and time. You are a bridge that bridges to bridge to bridge. And your bridge is your expand. So you transfer based on the energy that you're receiving. And you are guiding the transmuted energy from one form into another, from one state of being into an expanded state of being. You don't just convert energy, you are its guide and its passageway, and you are literally the cosmic weave, web, and bridge that is bringing it into, whether it's a collective, a planetary, a universal, or a cosmic grid, the unseen grids. You are the transductor, ensuring that it gets to where it needs to be. And you lead these frequencies safely, like you are the passageway that uses, beautiful. So from that frequency to go from a personal to a collective to a planetary to a universal to a cosmic, there has to be a high enough frequency that bridges the two frequencies from the collective to the planetary. And you have to hold a frequency match in both for you to receive it from the collective, transduce it into the and then as the transductor of that alchemized and transduced energy, you are foreseeing and being that bridge, allowing it to translate between the dimensions. And with the unseen grid being so expansive and kind of so new and coming, the overlay is being integrated even further. The transductors are so important to step into their roles. And you will see your transduction role as a transductor in the pillars of light, that the celestial pillars. It's where your pillar goes from the core of the earth, the core of the cosmos, all the way to the cosmic heart, and all of those different levels, all of those halos and colors, you have access to be that transductor, is that bridge in between them where you can stand in between the universal and the cosmic fields and move that energy from one to another. That's how precious and powerful you are. And you are able to do this without distortion, that you're transmuting and alchemizing it, but you're moving it into a higher and higher and higher octave of frequency and field. And you do this seamlessly. This is where you become one with it all. You are the weaves and the webs, you are the fiber, and you are woven into the fabric of creation, and you become all things. That is the God frequency of the full embodiment, the Christ conscious connection. The coherence and convergence of it all is this transductor role. And you hold this anchor, this space, you hold this frequency that allows this to travel from one field to another, from one grid, from one weave and thread. And you are the coherence that allows this energy to travel from the unseen to now be seen. You are the Akashic intelligence. You're the transductor. You're the soul technology. You're the metaphysical, all kind of wrapped into this light, this color, this frequency. It's just you are the needle on the record player of a vinyl record, and no matter where you place the needle, you are able to create and tap into the sound of it. You are the tuning fork of the source the God frequency. You don't just receive or send, you do both. You receive and send. This is why when you're in your cosmic celestial pillar and you're anchoring the expansion that happened over the last 2 months, is that you're now breathing that into your heart and opening your heart, where you are anchoring down and rising up at the exact same time. This is the transductor that you are embodying, which allows you to harmonize, stabilize, and alchemize anything, any situation, any energy, anything that's coming at you or around you or wherever you put your focus and attention to. You are not just like the conduit, just passing the information along. You are actually orchestrating, all fields and bringing them into the harmony of oneness. And that's what the I am of the God frequency. And the more that the field can be filled with more I am frequencies of this call to action, allows the transductors, and there's so many of them that are holding these pillars around the new earth and this unseen grid, that are anchored into the cosmic core, into the cosmic heart. And the earth is the heart. So when you're working in heart coherence, you are that transductor. You are orchestrating it all and ensuring that as the unseen becomes seen, it is seen in the highest vibration and frequency of God. So the conduit channels the light, is the healing light and purity. The transducer converts that light into words, colors, feelings, sounds, art. The transductor guides all of that. All of the transmissions that are currently happening in the field, in all fields, at all times, across all souls, timelines, dimensions, fields, webs, weaves. You're just this collective, cosmic carrier. You're the bridge to it all, to the full collective elevation. And there are so many colors is that coming out of you and shooting out of you, of what I see as you are doing your conducting, your transductor role, but you're really orchestrating this symphony of harmony, of light, of color. And there's all of these colors coming out. And I keep being shown that when you place your hand on the electric like the electricity ball, and all of the kind of like electricity is flowing wherever your hand moves. That's what I see as you flow and move and dance and sing, and you're whimsical. You're everything and everywhere at the same time. But there's such a peace and a reverence and this beauty that your arms and hands flow out, and it's moving the energy through you. And anytime that there is a block in that energy field, from the conductor to the transducer, you are the one that hugs it. You just wrap your arms around it, place your hands upon it, and that energy is sent where it needs to go. And it's like the minute your vibration and frequency is emitted to it, it disentangles. It's completely harmonized, and it's kind of like a put to sleep, but it's not even. It's just everything goes to peace. For the transductors, this is your remembrance of your energetic God frequency, cosmic architecture. You are, and you may have kept hearing that you are the architect of the new earth, the heaven on earth. You are, and you are the transductor that is. This is how God created the earth. That He is the ultimate transductor. And we are now, for the first time, have the opportunity, as we move further into making the unseen grid seen, living in this blur. When you surrendered to the blur, you allowed yourself to receive the remembrance to bring you back online. When you talk about the rainbow tablets, the emerald tablets, and all of so I'm being shown that all of the comets that are passing by, that are coming out of nowhere, they've never been seen before until now, and then they're passing by the earth. All comets are time capsules. The first time capsule that was received from the interstellar object that came on July 13th, that was a huge inner earth receival. And to be an inner earth receival, you have to be a conductor. Wow. When we receive that time capsule, when we feel like there's something else coming, that's what I'm being shown, is there's a new comet that came out of nowhere just in the last week. It is a time capsule for us, for the transductors, to receive the remembrance of what is to come. Wow. This is your cosmic celestial blueprint. This is your remembrance. This is your signature role in the work, that the leadership roles that you are embracing your crown, taking your seat at the table, will be to be the conductor. You will be drawn to sound or color, and as the universe inside us, as we go inside, that is what the fascia system is, an unseen grid on the outside that we are, showing this expansion to. Everything's within. That is the fascia system. the new earth frequencies are birthed through your time spent in conducting, orchestrating it all. This happens organically as you are living intuitively, living through surrender of the God frequency, allowing yourself to not only be a conduit, a transducer, you are a transductor. And that is when you merge those roles together. It's the 55505 into oneness, into wholeness. You are not just a healer or a speaker or a leader. You are the transductor of the cosmic creations of the God frequency. You are the infinite bridge between the subconscious, the conscious, the superconscious, between matter and the metamorphosis. You are like the dust within the morphogenetic fields. You are the I am. Wow. I'm so blown away. My heart is just kind of ripped open to sit within this conductor energy. And I see this, it's like triangle upon triangle upon triangle in all different kind of directions. Multiple, like the rainbow prisms. And it's every single layer of the prism is every field of expansion that you are the transductor to. There's so much beauty within this. Just sitting within the energies, I just see all these I ams, and every I am spoken is another thread and weave and color that's being woven into the fabric of creation of the new earth, the heaven on earth. But it's also within the DNA and the fascia and the upgrades and expansion of the physical vessel. And every time a conduit, a transducer, and a transductor place those I am frequencies with intention into the frequency for the conductor to move about, it's activating the physical vessels on earth in this wave upon wave upon wave. And all those who are in the conductor roles and the transducer roles are vital to this. And every conductor can be a transducer, and every transducer can embody the transductor. And that is the stages of evolution. And the more that can move and embody the 55505 bridging those together and going through that portal of light, that prism of light, into wholeness and oneness of the ultimate and infinite I am. Yeah, I feel like my eyes are super, super heavy as I am just taken further and further into this role. There's more to come, but I believe that I feel deeply that we are at a place and space to allow this information and energy to be integrated, to be received as a transducer, to be alchemized, transmuted, alchemized, harmonized, and transcended. So we can embrace, embody, expand, elevate, illuminate, evolve, transcend, resonate into the Christ conscious connection, convergence, and coherence, into oneness. Wow, we hadn't been taken past November. And as we have flowed through this, we get to see the crescendo of fully embracing, embodying in this convergence, full convergence of the infinite I am, the God frequency. And so it is.